Ready for some GridLife!
Keep running just to make it to the night. 'Cause your darkness makes me feel alive. Why can't I tell you what I mean? Just show you what I see through the smoke and the lights. Calling somebody from my own is a feeling I don't own anymore. I've honestly gotta be losing my way, losing my way, losing my way. Come and get lost with me, what do you say? How can I love you if you pull away, you pull away, you pull away? I'm tired of being tongue-tied. I'm tired of being I drove out to search for brighter skies. 'Cause I count on me, myself, and I. Why can't you tell me what you mean? Just show me what you see through the smoke and the lights. Calling somebody for my own is a feeling I don't own anymore. I've honestly gotta be losing my way, losing my way, losing my way. Come and get lost with me, what do you say? How can I love you if you pull away, you pull away, you pull away? I'm tired of being tongue-tied. I'm tired of
Hey guys, Ty here with RallySport Direct, and I'm with my buddy Dewey and his super modified Impreza L. Go for it, man. What's done to this thing? It's crazy.
Yeah, this is a 95 Impreza L. We've been going hard on this for the past 3 years. We built it to basically be the ultimate street modified Subaru. And for that, you want the lightest chassis you can get. The all-wheel drive Impreza L. You want the lightest chassis you can get, and since we're in a street tire class, the all-wheel drive helps out a lot. So we're running the new Falcon RT660. We're required to, since we're all-wheel drive, we only get a 255 width. So it's a 255, 200 treadwear tire, and we're not allowed to go any wider than that. The bottom end is an IAG closed deck 2-liter. We are running a 2-liter, not a 2.5, specifically to rev the nuts out of it. It's on a set of version 8 heads that have been worked quite a bit, GSC cams. We got a BorgWarner 8474 on a full race twin scroll kit.
Nice, man.
She's a big girl. On kill, she's about 660.
Oh, wow.
Yep, so and we're running all of it this weekend, though elevation, it's taking a little out of it. But we're murdering people in straightaway speeds right now. I'm running Turbo Smart. I've got them for my blow-off valve and both of my wastegates. Turbo Smart's been really good. I don't have any diaphragm failures and stuff like some of their competitors I've ran into. We run a big old Setrab oil cooler.
Yeah, I see that. That is huge.
Injector Dynamics 1700s. And everything else with fueling is basically Fuel Lab. We'll go to the rear, I'll show you that too, but we've got the Fuel Lab electronic fuel pressure regulator. A lot of IAG goodies, IAG rotated manifold kit, the IAG pitch stop, all my motor mounts are IAG. IAG's been really, really helpful, and obviously the engine. IAG has been absolutely phenomenal at helping us out with this. So in here's my Fuel Lab Surge. This is a brushless pump inside of a surge tank. It's honestly an incredibly simple system. It's got the brushless controller built right into the top, so all you gotta do is run it power and it works. And I cannot stress how much this has helped us at this exact event. AIM helped us out with the dash. So that's an AIM MXP. It's running on a Haltech Elite 2500. Haltech's been phenomenal.
thanks for taking the time out of your day, man.
No, anytime, dude.
My buddy Corey, he's got an FRS.
Yep, with a crazy engine.
It's Ferrari swap, man.
It is.
Tell us about it.
All right, so it's a Ferrari Maserati F136S. It came out of a 06 Maserati Quattroporte, and we basically did a lot of crazy custom modifications, a lot of custom fab work just to get it to fit in the car. So to get it to fit, we really didn't have to modify much of the factory stuff. I removed the factory trans tunnel pieces to mount the T56 on the plates that we made.
Oh, it's a T56?
Yeah, it's a T56 out of
that makes it so much cooler.
I think it's out of like a 98 Camaro.
Oh, yeah, nice, dude.
So picked it up real cheap, and that's what we went with. As far as the intake on the car, it is a Ferrari California intake. Now this came off of a newer Ferrari California.
Right.
So if you see down here, it has port fuel injection.
Yeah.
My buddy Matt basically modified the intake for me so we could have port fuel injection. And then I just mounted the factory, it's a Maserati Gran Turismo fuel rail on it with the injectors. So it's just on Cosmos racing wheels right now. It's got all PBM angle kit up front. Currently it's on just some Rev 9 coilovers. I actually bought off a guy that Steve Stark, he drifts his car for Colorado.
Yeah.
Got him off him just for now. It's gonna be on BCs eventually. You know, I'm not, I gotta work every day too when I build this, so I got bills to pay as well. But yeah, like, so that's the suspension. The rear suspension is just eBay. I'm an honest person, it's eBay. It works for now. I'll change it out eventually. As far as other custom modifications on the car, the hardest thing to do was really get the adapter plate, which I was able to get a company to make for me. That was actually the most expensive part on the whole build.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Adapting a T56 to a Ferrari is nuts. Probably you're one of the first people who's done it.
So with that setup, yes. A lot of people on TikTok and the internet have basically been like, it's Ryan Turek's car. It's not. It's similar in the sense that it's a Ferrari built engine.
Right.
Besides that, pretty much everything on this car is completely different than his. Like, you know, I have different intake, different trans. My exhaust goes out the back of the car. His goes in the windshield. His is a lot crazier. The wrap is done by my buddy Ben at Black Star Design up in Loveland. He wrapped the car 3 days before GridLife and stayed up till about 5 in the morning to wrap the car. So huge shout out to him. I got the car cleaned and everything before I came, even though it got dirty already. But that was my buddy at Street Style. And then 970 Sticker Co. and GBAX made all the stickers for us, as well as a couple other cars that are here at the event if you see them.
Nice, man. Well, thanks for your time, bro.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Take it easy.
Sweet, thank you.
On my mantle, but you left town without me. You call me in your downtime. You're not here, but should be. It's not a lie.
drive Hawkeye in America?
Maybe.
I would say yeah.
The real one?
The real one, yeah.
This is a Super Tycoon car that was campaigned for Subaru by HPI. Right. It was built by Prova. It's a body in white car, straight off of the assembly line, so there's no VIN numbers. It started its life off as an 02 or 03 Spec C, so hand crank windows. It was a blah-blah, is what we know here in the States, kind of like what we're used to seeing in the 04, 05 gens.
Yeah.
And this car ran in the 2004 and 2005 series, and they won the 2005 Super Tycoon Series with this car in 2005. Carbon fiber Recaro, we still have the fancy carbon dash and stuff like that, which is super fun. And that's the original dash. Really? We've added some other stuff to it, like a boost controller and things to kind of, you know, it's kind of modern, to modernize it a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see the air jacks, you can see the cage. I had to change the seatbelt orientation a little bit. We had fire suppression and stuff, but I would say pretty typical for Japanese race cars to kind of be a little light on the safety aspect of the cars.
And then, are these the original drivers of the car?
Yeah, these are the original drivers for the 05 season.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure which one of the drivers it is, but one of the drivers was actually the HPI RC racing champion.
No
and
way.
And they thought it would be like a good gimmick, since it's an HPI car, you know, to put in one of their RC drivers, and that was the best season that they had. So inside here, and it'll be a little bit dirty because we drive the snot out of this thing, but it's a Spec C version 9 EJ207 STI engine. Okay. So nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just super basic, and I mean, even down to a stock air filter box with the twin scroll VF36 on it.
Yeah, I can see that here.
So the big part of the racing series was that they had to use a lot of stock components. They'd be stock drivetrains, stock transmissions, and a big part of it was, on these cars, was to push the envelope on chassis engineering.
Right.
So, I mean, you can see they've got like fine touches, like the whole intercooler is seam welded the whole way around. Yeah. You've got stock group in, you know, top mounts. I mean, literally almost everything on here is super, super stock.
That's nuts, because that's something you would never see in the U.S. Like the seam welds on everything are just that's so crazy to see.
Yeah, and you could see how like they've got the cage reinforcement kind of popping through there. I mean, that's running and tying the rear subframes in.
Wow.
The anti-intrusion bars, the big old thick plates. So a lot of the magic in this car is in the chassis tuning, and not necessarily in the engine and power.
How much power are you putting down to the ground?
About 260 wheel. So nothing super crazy, super conservative. They rated these things at 340 at the crank, but it's only making like 13 pounds of boost on the OEM tune. Okay. The Eiffel tune that it came with. This puts you about in the 250, 260 mark.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much, and thanks for tuning in.
You're like I don't need this anymore. I won't tell you what I'm asking for. No, I won't explain myself. I won't explain myself. Not gonna pretend I'm needing this. Want me back, you know I can't resist. You don't think of no one else. Think of no one else. Don't think that I'm dumb enough to fall in love. Don't think I'm the only one you're dreaming of. Say you're gonna make it right, but don't you try tonight.
Cut. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with my buddy Corey, and we're going to be talking about his 240. Like, let's get into
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, it originally started off as a 1996 Nissan 240 SX. And the only reason I say starting off as a Nissan 240 SX, because we really chopped it up quite a bit, obviously.
Yeah.
Everything from the rear end, from the all fiberglass over fenders to the front, which is the Rockabunny Boss kit.
Yeah.
It's, you know, a lot of people don't know what it is essentially when they first see it, you know, and that's kind of the cool thing about the kit is that it is kind of foreign to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So started life off as a 240 SX. Everything from the back, these are 2F LFC, so it's an all fiberglass back half.
Oh,
so
really?
we basically cut off all the sheet metal from here back.
Oh, it's all replaceable.
All replaceable fiberglass.
That's nuts.
So like, up until this point here, if I lift the trunk off, you'll see where the two fenders meet. So now if something were to happen, or you know, this whole side can just flex in rather than always bending sheet metal.
Yeah.
So cut the car up, 2F LFCs, Cybon carbon fiber trunk,
Right.
rear mount radiator,
Yeah, I
built
saw
by
that.
Field Racing. Bro, the thing about this, I tell a lot of people, is we ended up putting a 2JZ in it. I originally had a twin turbo LS in it, and we went with the 2JZ route.
2JZ engine, no shit.
So this is the original first Rockabunny Boss kit. So in 2015, I was working with K Muir to actually develop this kit.
Oh, wow.
So this was actually the first kit that was ever produced from Pandem on the Rockabunny line for the Boss kit. Yeah. So we ended up releasing this car at SEMA in 2015, but we left all the factory core support because being the first kit, we wanted to make sure it fit with no modifications.
Yeah, right.
So that's why we left everything all factory up front.
Fully built 2JZ.
Yep.
Big old fat boy right there.
Yep.
Tile MPR wastegate. And the welds.
That's the secret weapon right there.
That's the secret
so
weapon.
it gives you 69 extra horsepower and also cools it down by 420 degrees. Full Kelfer top end, springs, cams, retainers,
All that.
port polish, full top end, and then Wiseco boost line pistons rods with the
Oh,
polished
wow.
crank. I'm usually switching between 700 to 800 horsepower. That's
Lord.
plenty.
that's
Plenty.
enough.
There's some times where I'll turn it down to 600. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's it parties with the boys. It boogies, it makes all the cool sounds. That's the thing too, dude. Drifting's about how many cool sounds you can make.
I know.
How cool you look and how many cool sounds can you make.
Yeah,
And how much you
cool
enjoy it.
drifting.
That's it. Anything else doesn't matter. That's what winning, that's what winning is. Yep.
So, man, well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, bro. Anytime. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, bro.
Just dreaming, trying to get you closer. Will you stay? Anywhere you can find my reason. Nothing in this world that we can't bear. I'm living for the way you make me feel. Our late night talks, I know that this is real. Let down our walls, oh baby, time to heal. 'Cause I'm in love with love, yeah, I'm in love with love. Oh baby. I've seen the darkest nights. They taught me how to fight. Promised myself I will survive. I kept my demons clocked. Escaped to search for light. Hope they won't find out how I hide. They've seen me fall. I tried to crawl. They broke my wings. I still learned to fly. Can't take me down. I stand my ground. Oh, don't make a sound. They watch me drown. Once I reach the sky, there's no coming down. I stand my ground. I keep my head held high.
my buddy Bucky Lasek over here.
What's up?
And we've got his...
Yeah, we got my rally competition car here for ARA, and this is the EJ25 that we put in it. We have the Cobb AOS setup. We have the injector dynamics rails, the fuel rail over here. Yeah. We also have the Koyo-Rad radiator. Rally spec motor. Rally spec built the motor. Vince built. So it's not much more we can do to it due to the class, but it runs strong, and it's been a great upgrade from the NA motor that we once had in it. With this block, I think it's probably pushing close to 300 or so. I don't know the exact numbers, but
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, as far as the car goes, how much does it weigh?
The car right now, as it sits, is 100 pounds lighter, too light for the class. So we have to add another 100 pounds. So actually, when I first got this car, long story short, this car was built by Aaron Kaufman for his TV show Shifting Gears, and he raced it NA. So he built the car. Texas Dave and I coached him. He entered a rally. He ended up getting podium, so he did really well. But then I ran the car in Colorado, and it was one-wheel drive. The diff actuator was actually broken, so it was one-wheel drive, NA motor. It was kind of struggling, so we decided to do a whole overhaul of the car. And now, as you see it as it sits, this is its first shakedown, and it's running great. It feels great. We got a few more tweaks on the suspension, and it's ready to rip now. We're in the limited. Welcome to the limited class. We did upgrade these brakes to the two-pot.
Right.
And then we're running on the methods with the Yokohama AO53s rally tire.
Okay, rad, man. Oh yeah. And then as far as interior goes, obviously not super stock anymore, right?
No, we added the nameless custom Lasek handbrake.
Yeah.
So we got the Cobb shift knob, Sebelt seats. Not much going on in here. We have 6 overcrest door panels.
Nice.
And Aaron built the cage. His fellas at Arclight Fabrication built the cage. Yeah. Way back. We have the anti-gravity battery, lightweight battery. That's definitely an upgrade to the car.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it.
Super light, yeah, super light, man. It's like I said, we have to put 100 pounds back in this car, and that's definitely a plus because we can put the weight anywhere. We can bias the weight anywhere, which is really beneficial on a race car.
Exactly, man. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, really take care, man.
Take it easy.
That's our 2021 GridLife trip. It was an absolutely amazing experience from start to finish. And each and every one of you guys who came out to the event this past weekend made it that much better. I mean, there's not a second from GridLife that I won't remember. It was fantastic. It was absolutely intoxicating for any motorsports enthusiast. If you have not been to a GridLife event, I honestly really encourage you to go. Because not only do you make new friends, meet new people, and have respect for all new sorts of builds, you're gonna have the time of your life. There is nothing about GridLife that I can say wasn't fun. I was able to capture interviews with a lot of the other content creators in our space, and for that, I want to say to each and every one of you, thank you for your time. It has been such an amazing experience, and I hope that we meet again in the future soon, and it was an amazing time getting to share this with you. I hope you liked the video. If you did, like, comment, share, it helps us out a lot, and hopefully we'll get to see you at the next event. Have a great day, guys.